Hello, my name is Rachel, and thank you for joining our Luminati webinar on how to optimize e-commerce bots with simple proxy manipulations. So today's discussion topics are going to be what is the Luminati Proxy Manager, some Luminati Proxy Manager preset optimizations for e-commerce product pages, how to decrease bandwidth costs, the HTTPS logs viewer, optimizing success rates with proxy rules, Proxy Tester and affiliate link testing, working with API to add new proxy and affiliate link testing, setting up Insomniac multi-session browser with Luminati Proxy Manager, and how to find troubleshooting information and help. Now, the Proxy Manager is just a way to control the communication between your bot, super proxies, and peer IPs. It is an open source software and it holds features for crawling while optimizing your success rate. And I'm going to discuss a few of those features in this webinar. How does it work? When your bot or browser sends the proxy network a request, the Proxy Manager sets the optimal configuration of the super proxy and peer IP to process this request, going to the destination website and returning back to you. The Luminati Proxy Manager can be downloaded from your dashboard by clicking the Proxy Manager tab on the left, and it is available on Windows, Mac, Linux, and as a Docker image. Once you've installed the Luminati Proxy Manager, just log in with your Luminati account credentials, username, and password. And once you're logged in, you'll get here, and you can just go to General Settings on the left menu bar to enable your logs. Click Enable Logs, and here I'm going to choose 1000, and what this means is that I want to keep 1000 logs per each proxy IP. Now, to see the logs of HTTPS requests, I'm going to need to go to the Overview tab and download the SSL certificate. That's going to be found here. Just follow the instructions and your Proxy Manager will be good to go. So we're going to create a new proxy, and I just go into my dashboard and I'm going to select the residential zone. So when scraping data from product pages of shopping websites, such as Amazon, which I'll use in this example, I'm going to select the preset configuration of online shopping. This is going to set up the optimal proxy configuration for content curation from product pages. This particular setup will includes DNS resolve remotely by the peer, changing the user agent for each request, creates an explanatory rule for post-processing, and enables SSL to see the request log details. With this setup, you should get 98 to 100% success rate for your product pages. Merely click Save, and you'll find that the new proxy port is here now at the end of your list. So let's click on the online shopping port that I just created, and I just click on the port number. First, I'm going to rename it, and I'll just go into the General tab setting, and in the internal name fields, I'm going to write AMZ Kids, because the example later will be an Amazon Kids website, so this is the best for me. Under the targeting tab, I'm going to choose a specific city. So let's go with Orlando, Florida. And I'm choosing a particular city because accessing a particular product page from the same city will ensure I get the correct information. And continuously accessing the same e-commerce account from the same city will really ensure that high success rate. Now I'll go to the Rules tab, and the online shopping preset creates a rule that will get the product page's title, price, and bullets, which is a description list. So the rule is set up to be triggered by URL, and for this I will choose Amazon.com, and under action type I will choose process data. So as you can see under the processing rule, there are 3 needed fields from the Amazon product page. If you are using API, these fields will be sent to you in a JSON format. You can update these rules and settings at any time. So now I'm going to go to select Proxy Tester, and that's in the left menu bar. And here I can test my new setup. So the Proxy Test will send a request via the selected port, and in our case, the port named AMZ. And I'll test this with the Luminati's demo product page and select Go. So now I'm going to go to the Headers tab. And here I'm going to find the response headers that I got, and then I'm going to go to the Response tab. And here I can get the responses with predefined fields of title, price, and a little more information. So now I'm going to try to do the same thing with a real Amazon page. I have one open over here, so I'm just going to copy and paste this product page URL into my tester and try it out. So now, as you can see in the header, we've gotten a successful response. And in the response tab, I can see the predefined fields. So let's go back to our predefined port named Amazon Kids Proxy Port. And in the Logs tab, I'm going to see the by transaction log of all of the requests that have succeeded. And just selecting one will show me the request details. So in the case that I'm getting a 403 error code in this section, that means I'm getting blocked. And what I want to do is set up the Proxy Manager to refresh the IP if I get that. So this can be done by going to the Rules tab and choosing to add a new rule. For this example, I'm going to select the status code 403, but this can be done for any other status codes. And for action type, I'm going to click Select or Refresh IP. What this means is I'm going to be refreshing my IP every time I get that status code, or in this case, blocked. Now, if I wanted to be notified every time I'm getting blocked, or an IP is refreshed, what I can do is just select Yes here under Send Email, choose an email address that I want it to be sent to, and now every time I'm going to be refreshing that IP due to a blockage, I'll get an email. So next I'm going to show you how to reduce the amount of data used for each request. And the most efficient way to do this is, especially on a product page, is just removing the pictures and videos. So we're going to do this by adding a new rule. And I'm going to select my rule type as URL. In the regex field, I'll select the file formats I want to remove from my responses. And now under action type, I will select null response. Now, for those of you who want to work with the Luminati Proxy Manager via API, you can find this on the left menu bar by selecting API. This will take you to Swagger, and here you can find how to create, update, or delete a new proxy port. Just go to the fields value and specify the proxy port number. So in this case, 24028, and the desired setup. You can also refresh sessions over the API and use the link tester to get all the redirects. That is found here. So now I want to talk about Insomniac, and there are a few modes of working with the Insomniac browser and the Luminati Proxy Manager. You can choose to have all browser tabs work the same proxy port. Sorry, all the tabs will work the same proxy port and setup, or you can get each tab to work with a different port and setup. So this can be done by adding to the Insomniac, the plugin, Insomniac Proxy per tab. Open the plugin and choose Rotate Through Proxies in Order, and click Manage Proxy List. In the proxy list, you can add a single proxy by typing in the host field, Luminati IP, which is 127.0.0.1, and type the port number in the port field. If you need to get the username and password, you can find that in the Proxy Manager under General tab or in the Luminati dashboard on your zones page. So what I can do is, or what I prefer to do is I find it the easiest, is I want to create an Excel sheet with columns, just like here in Insomniac itself. And this will allow me to just copy and paste the port numbers, host, username, and password. So I've created an Excel sheet. So here I'm going to put in my names, host, port, username, etc. And I'm just going to upload this into Insomniac. By clicking Import Proxy List. Now, if you have any questions or anything, within the Luminati Proxy Manager itself on the left, you will find an FAQ button. Here you're going to find a lot of valuable information and explanations on the many ways to optimize your data collection needs, along with answer any questions that you may have. If you cannot find the answer, please contact your Luminati representative, or you can contact us by selecting the Contact Us link here. I do hope you enjoyed this webinar, and again, please feel free to contact us with any questions you may have, and have a great day. Thank you.